If you're having a hard time getting your hi-hats to sound natural and stand out in your mix, I've got a cool, simple technique that can bring some life back into your hi-hats and enhance the overall drum sound. Because one of two things happen. Hi-hats get buried by the rest of the drums, or they're way over-processed and stick out in an unpleasant way. The traditional approach of simply boosting the volume or adding EQ to the hi-hats often falls short, and it can lead to an unnatural sound, or even the problem worsens by introducing unwanted artifacts. But I've got a simple 3-step technique that can help you achieve that desired clarity and presence in your hi-hats. But first, let me let you listen to the drums that we're working with today. So as you can tell, all the elements are kind of the working factor in the drum beat. We've got the kick, the snare, and this hi-hat. And right now, it sounds very flattened, kind of sounds like it's in the back of my stereo image. And the hi-hat is an important role in this beat, so I want to enhance that. I want it to sound a little bit separated. As you can see, I've got that panned a little bit to the right. We're going with audience perspective on this one, but it really just sounds like it's kind of in the back of my headphones a little bit, and it sounds a little flattened out. I want it to sound up front and to the right, just like I have it panned here. So what do we want to do first? The first thing that we want to do is find our unmasking EQ point. So I've got an EQ here. This is the Fab Filter Pro Q3, but use any EQ plugin that you have. I really like this one, and I'm using it because I want you to see the actual frequency spectrum here. So as you can see, this is what all's being picked up in the hi-hat mic here, the hi-hat track. And what you can see a lot of is a snare hit. And this is very common. So what I want to do is add an EQ point here, or really subtract an EQ point that's going to unmask the hi-hat from that snare hit. So the things that I'm noticing is that I finally feel like I'm hearing the hi-hat in my desired pan position. I'm also hearing the snare a lot cleaner. The next thing that I want to do is do some compression. And I've just made a little preset here called hi-hat level. And I just want to bring out that new sound that we've created by unmasking the hi-hat. So one thing that I want you to pay attention to, listen and see how clear that hi-hat becomes and the position that you hear it in your stereo image. So first without the compressor. So immediately for me, I'm able to imagine in that stereo image that it's to the right and it's out front now. Our third step in this process is that I usually go back and add a high shelf. And that's really just to spread what we've done out just a little bit, because we don't want things to sound so separated. We want them to all work together, and you have to have all of your drum elements working together to make one sound. All right, so now let's just take a listen to before and after this hi-hat technique. Once you get this technique down, you'll be amazed at how your hi-hats can cut through the mix and add that extra energy and excitement to your drum tracks. Now, before you go, don't forget to check out all of my mixing courses, templates, and other free guides at my website, fairairmusic.com. They're going to help you along in your musical journey. And make sure to subscribe to this channel for more helpful mixing tips just like this one.